Baseball fans, BetMGM is giving you the chance to win a prize every day during the baseball season. Step into the batter's box for BetMGM Swing for the Fences free-to-play game. Pick any area of the strike zone and take your best swing. If you get a single, double, triple, or home run, you'll receive a prize. Smash a home run to collect a bonus bet on us. Just log into your BetMGM Sports account to get started. Then visit your promotions section to access the Swing for the Fences free-to-play game. You'll score a prize if you hit a single, double, triple, or home run. There's nothing more exciting than going yard, so swing for the fences with the king of sportsbooks. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Iowa only. Existing customer offers. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary depending on market and expire 24 hours from issuance. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
It's a power hour. Alien theorists theorizing. Case file 20.
The Hollow Earth?
Nope.
No.
Power Hour 3.0 featuring Braden.
Zell.
Mr. Conspiracy.
He's
Well,
back.
He's back.
For fucking months.
A long hiatus.
Long hiatus.
A long banishment.
It's been a while.
Yeah, we finally let him back in the studio.
Yeah.
He,
After the last.
he shaved his hair off, so we thought we'd let him
Yeah,
back
he doesn't
in.
look so much like an alien anymore. So should we go through some news? Like Hollow Earth's coming up. We wanted to do it right after Case File 19.
Shit just has not been working out.
No,
We've been trying, and no one person's gone, another person's gone. So
and we want to do this one all together. So you're gonna have to bear with us with this one. That being said, as it approaches summer, alien theorists theorizing are all about suns out, guns out. And it's getting harder for us we all got summer commitments. So the podcast is going to be less regular. One of the reasons is I am also moving to Vancouver. So
giving your soul away.
yeah, giving my soul away. Trade my
You
trade.
gonna tell people what you're doing, and you're telling them you're gonna move there.
No, I'm not telling them what I'm doing.
That's fair.
But I'm moving to Vancouver. And I'm trading in my work boots for some hipster flip-flops and
Some fake lens glasses.
yeah, I won't have glasses in my fake glasses. No lenses.
Just a frame,
Just
not even
frame.
fake lenses. Just the frame.
Yeah, that's how.
So
I'll
they
probably-
actually just don't do anything now.
And I'll wear a top hat or something.
You try and curl that mustache out to the side.
Yeah, probably.
Gross.
So the podcast is going to be less regular from probably this point forward. We'll try to do more. It's just hard. We're just with
I'll try to
this. The studio's moving. We've been keeping you guys update. The studio is being currently built right now. We're building it.
There may be one more case file recorded in here, and that will be it
Yeah.
for this location.
So it's going to be tough because as we're moving and stuff, and with me moving, and it's going to be there's going to be not as many podcasts out as we'd like to put out in the coming months. So
Well, you know what? It's probably about the same amount because we put out 2 or 3 in a row, and then we miss a month. So
yeah,
we try.
Okay, we'll try. We'll try our best. That's all we can ever ask for.
we've never made promises. So
No.
No,
And if we do, we don't keep them. So.
no, that's true. Speaking of my last failed promise, T-shirts have hit Canada.
get out.
They touched down
Get
in Canada.
out.
They're in Vancouver.
And
And
3 more weeks before they get here.
well, with the last time I made an order from China, they landed at the border, and it took almost like a month and a half to clear customs. So we'll see.
Yeah, the T-shirts, they're really a high risk package coming
you
into the
never
country
know.
here. So
Never know what kind of T-shirts come in. Ron Pond has to personally come and
yeah, he's flying out from Nova
Sniff.
Scotia right now.
sniff every. He
Oh,
sniffs.
man.
They don't even use a dog. He just sniffs them. It's good.
Ron Pond.
It's good.
Ron Pond's gonna spawn jokes like Chuck Norris.
And if he's a little congested, they just shut down the whole thing till you.
That's
you
it.
cleared out. Ron Pond stuffy.
Ron Pond got a lot of love.
Yeah, he
in the
did.
last few weeks here. It's hilarious.
Thanks to Afterburn 739 for giving us that awesome Ron Pond poster full of Easter eggs.
I
Loved it.
haven't even found them all yet. I don't think.
It was good. Mr. Conspiracy, what do you think about Ron Pond?
I don't even know who Ron Pond is.
As said many times, Mr. Conspiracy is not a fan of the show.
No.
He likes coming on, and
Comes
that's
on.
about it.
But that's it. He does
100% true. I have not listened to this show once.
I love how we have his name as a creator.
Well, he was supposed to be. Did two, or did one?
3.
I've done a couple.
No, he did one, missed a few, did one, missed like 8.
Yeah.
Did one, missed another 8, and now we're here on number 20.
Well, it's hard to do. I'm always out of town though, working.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, maybe we'll have a big contest to see who can replace me on the show. Fan contest.
I don't think you can replace you. on this
It's
show.
pretty easy.
Yeah. You send them your Budweiser.
right.
You send them your Budweiser sweats.
Yeah, I'll leave whoever wins the contest, I'll send the Budweiser sweats.
No, you'll still be on either on Skype or we'll just
Yeah.
record 2 in the weekend and space them out. We'll
Oh,
figure
that's
it
a good
out.
idea.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
That being said, if there's any fans in Vancouver, any fans who do podcasts or just like talking about this stuff, hit me up on Twitter because I'm moving there and I have 0 friends. So,
Oh, speaking of Vancouver,
what's up?
Vancouver Fan Expo, November 2016.
Should we talk about this right now? Should we
Well-
talk about the plans?
Well, it's just
Rough plans?
rough plans.
Okay. So, Fan Expo, it's about $150 ticket for the VIP tickets, which we said we would get if we ever went again because the lineup was fucking nuts.
I want to
Yeah.
go.
I
The
wanna-
lineup broke out and just turned into a big circle.
There was a circle that broke off of the main lineup and was just doing circles in between the lineup.
If my cousin wasn't working there and got us in, I don't know what would have happened.
Yeah,
We would
it
have
was
walked
fun.
in a circle all day.
I was getting so fucking hangry by that point.
Oh.
I was like, oh man, we've been away for 2 hours.
So we were talking about maybe having a booth, setting up a booth at Fan Expo.
I think it'd be so fun.
So we looked into it and it would cost $750.
That's not bad.
No, not bad at all for the full weekend. Now, before, what we need to find out is we need to find out how many people we can tag along with the booth. Because if we can tag along like me, Zell, Mr. Conspiracy, Andrew, Byron,
Get like 5 or 6 people going.
yeah, then it's like $150 each. We'll just put $150 each towards the booth, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll just take turns sitting at the booth and chat with people.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be so fun because we've done 0 advertising.
0.
No.
Period.
Speaking of that, I was looking into advertising on porn
right.
sites.
That's not a bad idea.
Man, it's
I guess it's the cheapest and you get the most views.
yeah. I listened to like a podcast that was talking about it's like the cheapest, most effective form of advertising right now.
What would you put as like the slogan over our video on the side? There's like, they have all the ones with like
Yeah.
the quick snippets of videos, and then it's just alien theorists theorize.
No, it'd be like,
Are you done? Listen
done?
to our podcast.
Yeah, you finished? Check this out. Are you overburdened with guilt? Check out our podcast.
Click on the alien theorists theorizing podcast. Just take out a video ad on the side.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Man, that'd be funny.
Someone dresses Ron Pond.
Now, if you watch,
Hey!
watch a YouTube video
Enough of
long
that.
enough, it'll
Cut
just,
that out. Click on our link.
if you watch a YouTube video long enough, it'll just put an ad like halfway through the video.
Yeah.
Just have you halfway through porn. Hey, space
Space news.
Space news.
So if we can, let's seriously, what, I'll do some serious looking into this tomorrow.
I'm 100% down.
with
That
the
would be.
fees?
That'd be so fun.
I would be a lot
Because
of
if
fun.
they limit us to, they'll only give us 3 like booth passes with our booth. Here's what we're gonna do. 3 of us will pay $150 towards our VIP pass. That'll go towards the booth, and maybe we'll open some sort of crowdsource and see if we can crowdsource the rest.
We'll try, and if we can't, then like, don't worry, boys. I got money.
Yeah.
I got a few dollars.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. So should we do it? Should we just fucking do it anyways? Like,
I think
We're gonna
should.
do it. We're gonna do it.
I'm 100% down for that. That would be
okay.
awesome.
Well, we should contact them like
pretty immediately.
soon.
Yeah.
to make sure there's still booths open. So potentially, if you want to come meet us, Vancouver Fan Expo, it's a fucking time. I had a blast
Man,
last time I went.
What are we gonna dress? What are we gonna do for our cosplay? We gotta dress up in the
Ooh,
booth.
That's good. I don't know.
We'll send it out to Twitter. You guys let us know what we should be.
Just
Well, someone's got to be Ron Pond. I
someone's
guess.
gonna be Ron Pond.
I had to
Yeah.
grow my hair out and be that scientist, that crazy alien scientist. I don't know what his fucking name is.
Yeah.
Oh, from Ancient Aliens?
Yeah.
Aliens, yeah.
He does have the fucking craziest hair.
Um,
Someone's got to be Ron Pond.
Someone's gonna be Ron
Someone's
Pond.
got to be a parachuting Yeti bomb. And
Scotty's out of loop. He's like, "What the fuck?"
yeah,
I
what the
don't know.
fuck's a parachuting Yeti bomb?
Ron Pond?
Yeah. Ron Pond's a Canadian folk hero that we learned about 2 podcasts
Brand new
ago.
Canadian hero. I heard he's being minted on the new Looney, actually.
Yeah.
Starting September.
Yeah.
Is that serious?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Trudeau listens to our podcast, and he's like, "Oh, fucking Ron Pond. I looked him up. He's a legit hero."
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, well, I didn't really look him up, but I listened to the podcast. He sounds like a good guy. We pumped him up, or did we? So
He got pumped. Who did the pumping?
yeah, was it him himself,
Could have been.
or was it us just reading facts?
Yeah.
We'll never know. Okay, so should we get right in? Okay, so that's exciting news. Look up Vancouver Fan Expo if you're in the Vancouver area. Again, hit me up on Twitter because I'm moving down there. I have no friends. If you have a podcast in Vancouver, and
We only have 3 fans here, so you're
Yeah.
not really losing that many.
I'm not losing, and I really, of these 3 friends, one's
One of
a
them's
friend,
family.
one's family,
So
and the other guy's
we're
a
forced to be
part timer.
friends.
So
Yeah, we try.
I'm losing 1.5 friends. So I need to meet 2 people, and I've had more friends than ever. So this is perfect.
Should be easy. Vancouver's one of our top listed cities, so you should be
Perfect. Oh my god.
Is it? That's
Yeah.
nice.
So I don't know if you do podcasts, because I want to start doing more podcasting there. I'm gonna buy a Blue Yeti mic. And did you just fucking blow your nose onto the floor?
I
Did you?
sucked it up?
Oh
You did a reverse farmer blow.
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank God.
The
If I
farmer,
blow, I got nothing.
the old
comes out.
farmer
I
intake.
just built that pedal board over there. You better not get any snot on it.
Okay, so
Come on.
Mr. Conspiracy. Oh no, hold on. Space news.
Yeah, space news.
So for next couple days, as I always say, it's May. When are you going to put this up?
It'll be up Sunday, May 22nd.
Okay, so at this point, if you listen to it, when I'm talking right now in my present, which is your present, which is my future.
There you go.
Huh?
Or your
There's no auroras, but right now for me, there's a chance of auroras coming up. But by the time you listen to this in your present, they're past. So forget the auroras. But what you can't, yeah, your mind blown yet? You got to keep up. You got to keep up. There, if you look up in the night sky, Mars is doing its like close pass by Earth right now. So any clear night sky, Mars is a really bright red dot.
It's
You
too
can see
bad
it.
it's a full moon right now. We're going to be so it's kind of
Yeah. So we
little tougher.
here we're not going to see it. So, but if you're out there looking around, what else? I had one more other thing. I forget.
Well,
What you have?
I got something for space news. I think it's months ago now. Scott Kelly and Mikhail Kornienko finished their 1-year space mission.
That was eons ago.
Well, this is shit from our last podcast that we didn't get to do.
Well,
So.
you want to tell people why we didn't do it? I think you bailed out. You said I was too busy.
No, I have it all written down.
I know you had it already, and we had a fucking time planned, and then like an hour before, like I can't make it.
I was probably just tired.
You were
Yeah.
You're right. I'm tired.
So whenever Chris Hadfield came down, completed, and it made the news.
Thank you,
A
Chris.
couple days later, yeah. Again, amazing achievement. So
Yeah,
congratulations.
that's pretty sweet.
Some retro space news
Some
for you.
old space news.
Yeah.
Some old space news that is not really relevant anymore, but still cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're planning another mission though, which is interesting.
Just to space in general.
Yeah.
I think so. Just fire them off and see where they go.
I heard NASA's planning something. I heard that they're planning something else.
Well, when I was reading about it, they said that there's another mission planned, but it didn't really specify on what it was. I'm thinking it's to Mars, but
Well, I think they're planning to go to Mars. I don't think it's a.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The conspiracy is maybe they've already been. So who knows?
Do you have something?
I got space news. I got a couple things. First, space news is I've for the first time in my life legit looked into space and seen a planet up close.
Fucking dope. Yeah.
I went up on my birthday to the Okanagan Observatory just outside of Kelowna here. Looked at their big ass telescope. It's not okay. Well, first of all, it's not a big ass. It's not like a big dome telescope where you go sit in this, climb up this chair, and it's a huge like 4-foot lens. It like comes on these tracks out of a storage container out in the middle of the nowhere. And you look at it, but legit, they had Jupiter, and it looked exactly like a picture of fucking Jupiter. It has the stripes. You could see the storm. And this was like a really...
Did you see the eye?
I could, well,
Not the storm?
Well, you could see the storm, but you couldn't see like a full eye. You could only...
Oh.
It was like kind of on the side of the planet, so you could just see a little bit there. But what you could see, this was like a once every 30-year event, I guess. All the astronomers up there were going fucking berserk for it. 2 moons of Jupiter were eclipsing at the same time. It was pretty sweet. And you could... It started off... I think it started at like 9:30, the first one. I can't remember the names of the moons because they're fucking long and like Greek or something. But one moon started an eclipse and went around. You could see like the actual black speck. And that you would like legit see a fucking eclipse on it. And then about half an hour later, a second one on the other side of the planet. It was fucking cool.
That's fucking
That
dope.
is pretty
And
sweet.
this is for the flat earthers if you're listening. I've legit felt the Earth spin when you look through a telescope. It's fucking weird. You look through, you're fixed on Jupiter, and it's like on the top right of your screen of your lens. And after like 30 seconds, it just slowly goes across, and you got to readjust the telescope.
Yeah, you know why? That's the disc spinning like a CD.
Yeah, okay, well,
I
got me.
wish I could have been here for that one.
Did you listen to it?
No, of course not. I'm not lying to you, man.
Wait,
I've never
I got more
listened to
space
one.
news. I got a couple things of space news. Well, I'll do one more. I'll do one more. Astronomers at University of Arizona and University of Stanford, or Stanford University, whichever way you guys say it, they have witnessed for the first time a planet being formed, like in the cloud disk, and they're watching like the solid core start to form and like the dust circle around. It looks pretty sweet. It's like it's in a part optical telescope and part radio telescope, so it doesn't look. You can't like see it with your eyes, but you can see like the colors,
They
right?
know what's going on.
Yeah, they can tell like the density and stuff. Pretty cool.
That's fucking.
That is-
That's some
that
cool
is
space news.
Yeah.
That pretty much blows all space news I've ever brought to the table in the water.
I think we were making the joke the other day as space news every day is auroras.
That's about it.
Aurora.
Oh, speaking of auroras, we missed the only aurora of the season in Kelowna here. We missed it a couple weeks ago.
When was it?
It was on like a Saturday night, and I just missed it, and then I read about it the day after. I guess it was supposed to be really awesome.
I've seen one in my life, and it was in Kelowna, and I was wasted on my deck, going like, "What's up with the sky?"
I seen them every year at Big White, like
Yeah.
up on the mountain there. But
I've seen them once up
yeah,
there.
they're fucking cool. That's all I got for space news.
All right.
No more space news.
No more space news.
Okay, let's get into
All right,
it.
let's dive into it.
The third
Third installment
All
of
right.
Mr. Conspiracies
So, something to
Power
look up.
Hour.
Something to look up. The Franklin Expedition.
Like, do we have to look this up?
No. This is something for the listeners. They
Just
can
look this up.
Happened in 1845. Captain Sir John Franklin took 2 ships, the HMS Erebus and the HMS Terror. He took them up into the Northwest Passage, 129 people, and they're gone.
I know this story.
So do I.
So-
it's weird.
There is a conspiracy that they sank, which they don't know how it would have happened. And there's another theory that they found what they were looking for and were eaten by giant alien super beings.
I never heard that one before.
I found this. I thought it was pretty funny.
And you know why? Because I know I've never heard that one either, but it's because I've read this story on like every now and then I'll just look up weird mysteries, like unexplained mysteries.
Yeah.
And this is one of them. But on those sites, like they try to keep it grounded on Earth. And I should be reading these things. Anytime I find a cool mystery, I should type in conspiracy after it.
Okay, wait. What was that second ship called? I remember hearing this story before.
The Terror.
The Terror.
No, the Terror and the
Erebus.
How you spell it?
ERE bus.
And that's like another like bad name in Latin. Like it's like a Latin name. It means something.
It
bad.
means something bad. I'm
Yeah, and so people always say that those were
Why
like,
do you name a ship the Terror and the Erebus?
yeah, and like that's one of the things when I first read about this story is it was like these are terrible names for boats.
But I know these boats were both like outfitted with like an ironclad hull for like ice breaking, and they were set with like 5 years worth of food, like a
Yes.
ridiculously long time.
It was supposed to it's a huge expedition that was planned and like thought out, and like they had it mapped out, and then when they went looking for it, apparently there's no trace
And-
nothing.
There's weird reports too of like the Inuit people and stuff up north, like running into these group of white men,
And they seen them in the
They
camp.
seen them in camps and stuff, and then like finding their bodies
off the ship. Like they
Like,
left the ship. They went on the ice.
and they found. I remember reading they found sleds or something. So they got off the boat at one point, and they loaded up the safety rafts or whatever. They towed something through the snow, and they filled it with like silverware and like
They
just-
brought off
just
the ship
weird.
like a bunch of shit they would not need to survive.
yeah, like nothing they needed to survive.
They fucking took they took these 2 ships into the ice. Maybe they got them stuck, and they left the ship. Okay, now here's a theory that I heard, which is like the only one that is kind of believable, anyway.
Whoa, what do you mean?
Super
Less or more
Giant
believable?
alien
I want to
super
believe in
beings?
that one more than anything in the world. But the one I heard, because back in that time, lead was like a big thing in the canning processes. So when they put their provision list in, and back in the day, you had to you were a provisioner. That's what we did. Like you supplied ships with provisions like canned goods, dried meat, like all this stuff. So whoever did, I can't remember the name of. It was so long ago, but this company did it, and they sent them with like 5 years worth of like canned goods and all this shit. But it turns out that the cans they used were like lined with lead. So the theory is that they got lead poisoning and went crazy. They got locked in the ice. They were there for who knows how long. Started getting lead and poisoning and started going a little crazy. Fucking grabbed silverware and all this shit and like left the ship and they're like, we're gonna get out of here. And then they fucking
Probably just froze.
disappeared. But yeah, I have heard that the Inuits found them in a camp, and then the spring after they found like the remains of them.
So, because I've read that one that you just said,
Yeah.
but I've read recently, as like 2 weeks ago, they did testings because they found the bodies, and in the pots of like the cooking pots of like their camp where they found dead bodies, they found human remains in the cooking pots. So they'd begun to eat each other.
So it was
So-
survival cannibalism.
Yeah,
right?
survival cannibalism. And they left the cans, they left the provisions, and then left, and they had to resort to eating each other. So either they couldn't go back, they couldn't find their way back. El Nasty took over the ship. Who knows?
It's A Nasty.
A Nasty.
We're in the
Sorry.
Northwest Territories there, so
A Nasty. And A Nasty, we found out in a podcast that the Russian word for Sasquatch in a northern region, they call it El Nasty.
Oh, nasty.
So that's what we refer to.
okay.
as
Dan
the
told
Yeti.
us that, and then I got this email asking us like, where did Dan find that? Because we've been looking everywhere for it, and I was like, you got to ask Dan. Hashtag Dan knows.
Yeah, hashtag Dan knows. Dan will tell you. Honestly, Dan comes on the podcast. He's pulling facts out of. We were doing crop circles, and we're like, Dan, by any chance, do you know the first reported crop circle? And he's like, yeah, actually, it was like
1537, blah, blah, blah,
1537, but before that, and you're like, holy shit, man! Like,
Damn, Dan.
You know what, Dan? He's got time.
yeah,
He works over there in Thailand. He has the weekends where we're not doing anything, and he's just preparing.
he's just prepping.
He's prepping. He drinks, he parties, and then he just preps.
yeah.
And then we appreciate it because
So Dan, if on your Twitter, let the people know where you found out about El Nasty.
I want to ask Dan. Dan, look up the Franklin expedition and tell us what actually happened.
you know
Was
that'd be
it
just a
El
good.
Nasty
That's a good
or-
case file on its own.
We should do one.
It is.
It is pretty cool.
Because I just did some quick notes about it and didn't actually go into.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
back to my point to debunk Ryan's theory. They did tests on the body, and they found the lead poisoning distributed evenly through the body in low numbers. So it's not like it wouldn't be from eating because you would get high levels of the lead, and it's not. They can determine it's not from that,
But
which
like,
makes it even fucking weirder because then you're like,
I agree, but at the same time, it's like 1850. So
yeah,
Yeah.
what kind of medical expertise did they have back then? Really
fucking.
good. It was better than before, but
You know who they had? Ron Pond Senior.
we're double senior.
Yeah, Ron Pond Double Senior.
1845. It
Yeah.
might have been a couple scenes.
Nah, it's probably just Ron Pond. He's a time traveler too.
Yeah.
So
Ooh,
That's actually pretty. Yeah.
shit, perfect little segue.
all right, well, case
Time
that's
travelers.
topic one done.
What was it called again? Franklin Expedition.
The Franklin expedition.
HSS
Sir
Terror
John
and the HSS
Franklin.
Erebus.
Erebus. I wish I could remember what Erebus means. I know it means something like dark and loomy. Should we look it up or should we save it? Because I wouldn't mind doing a full case file on that.
That's-
Getting
yeah,
more
that's a good
information.
Maybe we'll just.
Let's just leave it at that. Franklin Expedition. You know who will
fingers
know?
are moving.
Dan will know.
Dan will
Dan will
know.
find that out.
Hashtag Dan. knows.
Hashtag
Wait,
Dan
I
knows.
have it here. Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Deep darkness or shadow.
Yeah, that's the worst name.
Terror and deep darkness and shadow. Who the fuck names their boats that, man?
Why would you take that on a fucking journey to the wherever you're going?
Yeah.
The Arctic. That's where they
It's
went.
like something sick from like a video game, like sick video game lore or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, next topic. What do we got?
Okay, what do we got? Oh, okay.
Wait, what are you going to talk about?
Oh,
I thought we segued
are
perfectly.
we segueing?
We did segue.
We
So
segued.
we're
We
talking
said time travel.
Time travel.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't got much on time travelers.
We
talked
showed
about- we
us a
just watched it
cool-ass
before.
video that we couldn't debunk.
Is that the one that we're talking about?
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Okay.
that one next.
All right. Well, I'm talking about it now.
That's what I mean.
So, what was the video called? Time Traveler.
Classic Mr.
Hey,
I'm looking at notes
Chris
here.
Knight, the wheels are falling off the bus.
Oh yeah, and Chris Knight, go fuck yourself, buddy. You prick.
I'm supposed to tell you, what was I supposed to say?
Did you see? Oh, yeah, he's got a third nipple that lactates when
Lactates?
babies cry.
How did you know that?
Thanks, Chris Knight.
Chris
Oh,
Knight.
yeah,
I'm coming
we had a
for
good
you.
laugh.
Coming for you.
You're going to have to suck on that third titty. We'll see who's crying then.
Am I crying? No, you're crying. Shut up.
Anyways,
The video, I can't even remember, but if you type in 1995 Mike Tyson Time Traveler.
Yeah, it's in the background of the fight. You can see Mike Tyson in the foreground throwing some punches, and in the back there's someone videotaping the fight with what looks like a smartphone from today, like my brand new Samsung smartphone.
it's weird. Yeah, they're holding it like a smartphone. It has like the top right has the lens and it has like a flash beside it. And we looked after watched the video and we looked from cameras from the 90s and there was a couple similar ones.
the
but
Logitech Photo Man was the closest I could find, but it doesn't have the two distinct lenses
No,
like this one does. So if any of our Twitter followers have found it or find us a picture, send it to us because it's weird. Look up the video and it's weird because you look at it and you're just like, what the fuck could that be? And then there's a flash, it flashes, so you're like, okay, it's some sort of fucking camera, like 100%.
like the way that he's holding it, though.
Yeah,
it's
it
how
looks
we
like
hold our smartphones
And it
today.
doesn't.
If you were,
It doesn't look like the way his hands held. It doesn't even look like it's thick. Like it's
No,
like you
like-
can't see it.
yeah, if someone's you would expect like a brick in back in
Yeah,
the 90s,
like you widen. Like if it's wider, you don't just hold your fingers. Like you spread your fingers like naturally, and his fingers are together and like
he had his hand on the camera like he was about to touch the touch screen like to push the picture like
yeah. Like,
it's strange, man. I don't know.
that's definitely a cool one. One of the coolest because I always see that one like with time travel videos, and you see that one of is it the Charlie Chaplin?
Yeah,
The Charlie Chaplin with the
where she's talking on the cell phone.
looks like there's someone talking on the cell phone.
There's a chance. There's also that hearing device that they think that it might have been.
I've seen that too, but it's again those videos are
tough.
strange. But that one, I've never seen that one before. Mike Tyson, 1995 Time Traveler. Give us your weigh in on Twitter at Truth Is Out There, THURR. Let us know what you guys think. You know what? Before we go to the next podcast, there's this weird trend happening right now on Twitter where we keep getting followed by podcasts, and I always like to check podcasts, and then podcasts will be like, "Thanks for all the support. We're coming out with episode 1 soon," and then I'm like,
What?
"Oh, you haven't even put out an episode." It's so weird.
How are we supporting that then?
Well, I know because I can't listen to their podcast. But what happens is, as soon as like if you're listening to our podcast and you fall in that category, take a step back, record 3 or 4 or 5 in a row, so you can release a whole bunch all together. Because that's like when people listen, they want to listen to a couple right away, and like as soon as people catch up, they shit on you nonstop. Like we get shit on all the time. Like, "Oh, it's a
Chris
podcast.
Knight,
You guys need a rest. You guys tired of podcasting?" So if you're listening, I would recommend the best activity is just record your pod. Like there's people like asking like, "Well, what should we record for our first episode?" It's like just sit down, fucking put on the mics, record episode.
Why would we
You
give you our good ideas?
Listen to our podcast. Our first podcast was just us fucking bullshit.
You
Drunk
just
and
you
stoned
sit
and-
down with an idea. I think the podcasts that don't do well are just people who just talk about nothing.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's probably really fun.
It is
If-
fun.
If you,
We've done
done
one.
that. We've done it before. It's really fun. But if you want to get listeners, then you have to pick something you like and you're passionate about, and you just sit down and bullshit. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't script it too much. That's what we've been doing. It's been working.
Yeah, it's been okay.
As you can tell when Mr. Conspiracy shows up, he's
Yeah.
really
Just
well
blowing us
scripted.
away. Well-spoken individual.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, time travelers.
Very intelligent.
There's a bunch of pictures of time travelers. I've seen the one like the beaches of Normandy. The guy looks like he has like a fucking laser sword, and like there's some bunch of weird
Yeah.
ones.
That's fucking
The
dope.
one from Canada, the time traveling hipster. Seen that one?
No.
Well, no, but
Time traveling hipster.
fuck,
but-
we could walk down the street tomorrow and it looks like our street's filled with
It's-
time traveling
it's-
hipsters.
It's a picture from the reopening of a bridge here in BC somewhere. I think it's called, I can't remember what the town's called. But everyone's in like top hats and dressed nice. And then there's this dude that you'd be like, looks like he's got a wool sweater with like a shirt from nowadays on, some hipster glasses, a short haircut. He is totally different from everybody else in the photo. And he looks like a time traveler, man.
Looks out of place.
Looks very out of place.
When you were talking about the town, you couldn't remember the name. That reminded me of something else. What were we talking about? Was it like astral projection, or remember we were talking about the psychics, Zelly? We're talking about the
Oh, we're talking about remote viewing.
remote viewing. Yeah,
That, honestly, remote viewing is not even a myth anymore. The CIA uses these guys to find targets. It's like there's been remote viewers like witness on the moons of like Saturn and stuff, like ancient buildings, and they like see it so vividly and they write it down. But the only rule for remote viewing is you can't been there or known about it. We're not going to get into it too much today.
Okay.
We're going to do a dedicated case file on it, but
okay. Because what we want to do is we want to experiment with this. But if you can't have heard about it, like, could we pick a town name that we've never been to, and all sit and like?
I don't know enough about it to really tell you how we should do it, but we're going to look into it.
Okay, so here was my idea of anyone who's into remote viewing. What we're going to try, what I thought we would try is we would get everyone around the table. We would pick a town like not too far from Kelowna, somewhere we could road trip to as a group.
Now, we haven't been.
And we haven't been, none of us have been, and we'd sit here and all just think about it. Just, concentrate on the spot and just describe what we see in our mind's eye. Right, and write down everything everyone says, and then go there and see who's the best, like who's the closest.
So you're saying that the CIA does this?
Yeah, they have people.
Man, honestly, look up remote viewing.
It's fucked up.
There's like a
That's
company who
strange.
dedicates to remote viewing, and they like train people. It's not, I guess, no, it's not an easy thing. And they say the best remote viewers are people who are intellects, like musicians, artists, or like a combination of anything like that. If you're just like a straight like extrovert, just like to party, you may not be a remote viewer. But
Well, I'm fucked.
Yeah. Well,
Mr.
I'm good.
Conspiracy loves to party.
when was the last time you partied?
It's been a while.
But he
I'm
loves
partying
it.
right now, man.
Yeah,
I
you know
love
what?
it.
Tonight's episode, Old Milwaukee Talls.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, actually, I went to Cocobongo Club in Mexico recently,
Partied?
and I fucking partied, man. Tequila. I went with the
Coke off the
staff.
counter or what?
No Coke. I was with a bunch of the staff that worked at my resort, though, and the next day, my nickname was Shot.
You just fucking. Coco Bongos is a cool place.
It was amazing.
I wouldn't make it my home bar. I go there every week, but it was a sweet show when I went there for sure.
Yeah.
I went twice.
Did they put the girls up on the
Oh yeah,
on the shelf of the bar and then shoot the airstream up
Oh,
so
yeah.
the skirts shoot up?
Yeah, they did that. Yeah. It was a fun place, man. It definitely, I've never been to Vegas, but it puts Vegas nightlife to shame. That's what
You've never been to.
CNN.
So hold on.
Wait,
That's-
say
that's
that
what-
again.
Were you remote viewing?
That's their logo is from CNN. It puts Vegas nightlife to shame. And
Oh yeah.
it's a fucking amazing show. I can't imagine you'd see anything like that in Vegas.
Don't they have Coco Bongo in Vegas?
No, they don't.
Vegas is fun.
Vegas is fun.
Never been.
We should. Okay,
I would love
you
to
guys
go
got to
again.
get your motorcycles next year so we can go Las Vegas and then we'll drive out into the
Joshua
Mojave
Street?
Desert there and do alien sightseeing.
Okay, what we got? Okay, on that road trip,
Fuck,
we're
that'd
gonna
be
go
fun.
at the same time when Bohemian Grove is on.
Oh,
And we're gonna
drive by.
We're bike down past San Francisco there, and we're gonna stop and see like the protesters and see like the barricade. Check that out.
That'd be dope.
Ride down, go Joshua Tree, do a bunch of mushrooms. Well,
Wow,
We'll see what we got.
we'll see what happens.
some of us.
We gotta do. I would love to do that road trip. It'd be sick. I'm
Some
getting a
of us
bike next
can't.
year for sure.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah. I got one. I'm planning to get one too. So
I got one. I'm
This
cool
year,
as fuck.
this year's studio next
I
year.
saw what you were wearing when you rode your
We'll see.
short
explain it.
jean cutoffs, leather jacket. I don't
Jorts.
think
I was wearing jorts.
I don't think he had a shirt on underneath the leather jacket.
No,
The biggest fucking weird looking black helmet on.
I want to get that white one I have up there. I had the giant white dome one. Oh, I thought it'd be funny if give that to Katrina to wear.
I
with
couldn't
some
help but
goggles.
laugh and take pictures, man. It was hilarious.
Maybe I'll post that picture of me on the motorcycle.
You should. It
Yeah,
was
you're-
pretty
Damn, I look cool.
good. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay,
next
we
conspiracy.
segued. What are we talking? Yeah, what's next?
We were talking about
Okay.
time traveling.
Time travel, right?
Are we moving away
Yeah.
from time traveling?
Moving
Yeah,
away.
next
All
one.
right. Okay, the Lucifer Project. Have you guys heard this?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, so what it says is that we're killing our planet. Killing it. Earth's dying.
Wait.
We are.
You said that very weird. Are we killing it or we're killing it?
We're killing it.
So it's good.
like we're killing it.
We're fighting. Us humans, we're killing it.
Jerry.
We're killing it.
Killing it. So what it is they're planning on shooting a fuck ton of nuclear weapons at Jupiter, trying to implode it, turning it into another sun, and then use the surrounding moons as inhabitable planets.
Wouldn't they be way too close to a sun?
Hey man, this is conspiracy
What's
theory.
Okay.
This is what it's
so they're
called.
shooting nukes at
They
Jupiter.
want to shoot. Yeah, they want to turn Jupiter into a small sun, so that it would heat the surrounding moons.
Like Titan.
Yes, and then we'd be able to.
But wouldn't that be too close to the fucking...
I don't know how close are the moons to Jupiter. I don't know. Have you been there?
stone's throw?
Well,
Stone's throw.
I'm sure the
my
moons.
guess.
I'm sure the moons of Jupiter are closer to Jupiter than Mercury is to the sun, and Mercury's a fucking fireball.
Oh, yeah.
So
But it'd be a small sun.
it'd be 1/20th the size, isn't that? Or 1/100th the size, whatever Jupiter is.
It'd
Something
still
like
be
that.
fucking hot as fuck,
It'd be
though.
hot. Yeah. Oh well. Hey man, it's
What,
conspiracy.
so wait, where'd you find that?
On the internet.
Perfect.
Okay, so shooting nukes. So in order to like give us a second dwelling, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, it's kind of an experiment. They want to see if it'll work, and if it does, we have somewhere that we could go and
That's
inhabit.
a fucking risky fucking... Like, because
Yeah.
first off, you're like...
Okay, isn't Jupiter? It's a gas giant.
Yeah.
So, like, how much gravity would Jupiter have if it's a gas? Like, it doesn't have a solid iron core like most like planets like Earth.
But can we just... Do we know that? Like, can we
Well,
tell by...
I don't think we know anything for sure, but I think by like electrospectrum you can tell that it's not solid. I think that's how they get it. I'm not really sure, but
Well, this is just a quick one, so look it up.
Lazarus Project.
it's cool though because
No,
okay, I have
Lucifer Project.
Lucifer.
Lucifer.
Lazarus was who was Lazarus in the
I can't
Bible?
remember
The guy
what the Lazarus
fucking
Project was.
I don't know. Wasn't it Lazarus who flew? No, Icarus flew too close to the sun.
I don't know.
So that doesn't explain who Lazarus is.
No, but no.
Does that help? Icarus flew too close
You know
to
what?
the sun.
I know exactly what you're talking about now. So yeah.
Something about
I
a piece
think-
of ivory.
Here, I got something on Jupiter's moon. I was going to say it for space news, but then I didn't. Jupiter's moon, Ganymede.
Ganymede.
I don't know if that's how you.
The old
Oh, the Ganymede.
Ganymede.
Yeah, you know Ganymede?
Yeah,
that one.
Ganymede.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway.
are you saying Ganymede?
A Gainy.
Or Ganymede. Let's say Ganymede.
Gaining meat.
Ganymede.
Mead. Ganymede.
Ganymede. Ganymede.
Ganymede.
Anyways, one of the moons of Jupiter has been found. It's a solid body like Earth, so it shows auroras.
Yeah.
Same as Earth. And they've deduced from that it has more water on it, more salty ocean water under its solid ice crust than Earth has.
Ooh, that's
It's a
pretty
lot
good.
of water, man.
Look it up. It's pretty cool. March. Well, it's actually from last year, actually. But
Check it out. Ganymede.
Ganymede, one of Jupiter's moons, has more salty water than Earth.
Yeah. Tears.
Interesting.
Anyway, that was just kind of a segue. I was going to say it for space news, but it just
Forgot.
came up. No, I was like had too much space news, so I just thought I would move on. But I said it anyway, so I should have said it in the first place.
Okay, so this is another one, getting off the Lucifer Project. There's a guy by the name of Joseph Mengele.
Mango.
Look him up. So now,
Hold on. I love.
You never talking to your mic.
Yeah,
That's
you never
like-
talking
because I
to your
look
mic.
at you guys.
Yeah.
Well, then
Just-
move it like to where you're.
You know what I love? My favorite thing is can someone make a picture of what you think Mr. Conspiracy looks up and just have them say one word like potatoes. Look them up.
Look him up.
Everything. What do you got? What do you got for us? John. Look them up.
Look him up. But no, this is, he worked for the CIA.
Yeah.
Joseph Mengele.
Yeah, look them up.
And so what the conspiracy theory is that he was actually several serial killers working for the CIA. They believe that he was the Boston Strangler, that he was the Zodiac Killer, not Ted Cruz.
Not Ted Cruz.
Not Ted Cruz.
I'm still on the Ted Cruz boat.
Yeah,
for-
Ted Cruz could be the Zodiac
he eats his
Killer.
own boogers on live TV, so.
and he
He did. He fucking
Did,
watched.
he ate a booger.
and he's never said he's not.
Yeah, he's never came out and said he's not.
So
They also believe that he might have been the anthrax mailer of 2001.
See, I could. To me,
So when I was reading about this, I couldn't find any facts or
there's no
nothing.
way you
It's
can find
just-
anything to prove that
it's
because
just a conspiracy
if it's a
theory.
conspiracy that big, it's so well hid.
But what was weird is that they have a guy, like they list the guy's name, who they think it was. So,
Well, we could.
I don't know, it's a
Okay,
tough
so
one.
we could do some background research on that
yeah.
because we could try to. But I'm sure it's all covered up because if he was working for the CIA, they'd never say where he was
Redacted.
working. Redacted, yeah. The redactyl.
The redactyl.
See, the one thing for me is it's like I could see the anthrax one because that's one. It was just to
Someone mailing
really
shit.
incite fear, like the anthrax one. Like it was.
Whatever.
It was
Anthrax was
weird.
like there was like a few cases and there was a big deal and then all
Yeah,
of a
like
sudden it was
it was like
Gone.
media
Well,
blow up.
Like
As all
these
the
are
media
three
things
killers
are.
that were never caught. Nobody, like, you don't know who they are. We never found them.
Well, the Zodiac killer's fucking like that one's like the Zodiac killer's a fucking weird. We could do a case file on the fucking mysteries. There's still whatever the codes out there that people have never deciphered.
never say yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Speaking of codes, this next conspiracy theory blows me away. I've never seen anything like it. It's called the Mayday Mystery.
Mayday mystery.
Mayday Mystery.
And
Now, what it is,
what should they do?
you should look it up.
Hashtag look it up.
Hashtag look it up. It's out of Arizona Daily Wildcat, the university there. It's student run. Now, someone has been mailing in.
Wait, a student-run university?
No, student run paper.
Oh,
newspaper.
Okay.
Now that's
Sorry,
somewhere I want to go.
If
Yeah.
I didn't say newspaper.
I was like, what a useless university.
Yeah. So it's a newspaper. It's called the Arizona Daily Wildcat. It's
Yeah.
student run. And now they are getting some of the weirdest fucking. I don't even know what they are, man. People are sending, like, someone's sending in these pictures and these codes. Now, when you look at these codes, they are extremely strange. Like, you'd have to be an extremely high intellect to decipher these.
So we could do it.
We could probably do it. Look
Okay.
it up. Over 30 years that these
Did you
have been
slow
getting
burp
sent
into the
in.
mic?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I heard it. 30 years this has been happening. And now I'm telling you, like, if you want to pull some of them up so that you guys can see them, there's some of the weird, like, people are pulling out full pages out of this newspaper and putting these.
Okay, let's pause it. I got to take a look at this thing.
I don't know
pause,
how to
we'll be right
explain
back.
We're going to look it up. Okay,
All right,
so
we took a look at some of them.
yeah, we've looked it up. To give you some more background information, the paper is getting these. When you said Mayday mysteries, I was thinking like Mayday, like a plane coming down.
Yeah, me too.
This is
what it's
whoever's making these codes. That's their signatures. Mayday, with a little smiley face with big ears.
called. So
And
take a look at some of these, and they're pictures
look it up.
mixed with math problems, mixed with word problems, mixed with weird geometry, weird symbols, weird writing in different languages. Man, I look
And
at
there's
this.
no idea. No one has any idea what they are.
I can't even begin to explain to you
I
what
want to
this
know.
is I'm looking at.
I want to know how long they've been getting them for.
So what it says, over 30 years.
Yeah,
now.
but how
How
regular? Like,
how
are they
often?
getting one a year?
I'm not sure.
Like
Look
that.
it up.
that's
Just
something.
look it up.
I want to look that up. There's
There's
one.
one fucking bug.
There's one mosquito in
Oh
here.
my
It's
God.
fucking driving us nuts.
Oh, so we got a message on Skype.
Oh, that's nice.
Who's that? Who messaged us?
Okay, well, while you guys are checking that out, I'm going to try and find some more stuff on this.
No one.
Take this in a little bit. And
Mystery.
oh no, they've logged
Fucking
out.
mosquitoes, man.
It's probably one of those. I got girls on Skype now that are those like the bot girls who just
Yeah.
like, hey,
Hey, sexy.
hey, sexy, you want to see me naked? And I go, no. And I have a big conversation with them, and this loops because this is a bot. No, what? Oh, come join me in this room. Nah. They're like, oh, I'm 24, single female from San Francisco. Blah blah blah. I'm like, I'm good. And then it's like, hi, sexy, and this repeats. It's free funny.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is it's every year, one a year, every May 1st since 1981,
Oh, so that's the May Day. I get it.
the May Day.
That's so fucking weird.
You know what? Like, kudos if this is like some guy's prank. Like,
Just
kudos.
keeps it going just
30
forever.
fucking years.
It's amazing, but how do you even begin to decipher these?
Well, if you have nothing to start with, it's
Yeah.
probably pretty hard.
Well, like there's math problems
Well, you need-
mixed in to like.
You know what you
some
need to
of it's
do
the
is you
weirdest
got to
shit.
develop an Enigma machine.
Yeah.
And just hope you get lucky and then
Yeah, I don't know, man. This
win,
one really.
win the war that way.
I'd love for someone to figure it out though, or someone to come out and be like on their deathbed. Yeah, it was me, and this is what I meant.
Suck it.
Yeah.
Just like stand up, do a big suck it, and fall down and die.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Fucking
landed on
Enigma.
my
That
face.
Codebreaker. That was a good movie. Did you watch that movie?
Yeah, it was
With
good.
fucking belly button Cumberbatch.
Yeah, that guy. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
It's a fucking really good movie. Okay, so what else we got on the docket for you there, Miss Conspiracy? I can see your.
The wheels are turning up there.
Yeah, we're getting
Well,
we're getting
I
low
got
on the
some-
list here.
I got some things that we've kind of touched on, but I mean, like I really want to get into the
Hey,
Denver airport one day.
Touch it again.
Touch it.
Touch it.
I should look it up.
Yeah,
The Denver airport, man.
we're
That
doing
was-
a dedicated one. We've talked.
Yeah, but we've said that
Fucking
since day
weird.
one.
No, have you listened to this, the pod?
No,
So we've
never.
we've talked about it since then. We're gonna do a dedicated one on the Denver airport.
I've heard
So when's that happening?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Between 20 and 30, I can tell you that.
guarantee in the next 10 case files we'll do
Yeah,
Denver Airport.
yeah, we're gonna do Denver aircut, like, because we planned between 10 and 20 pretty good. Like, we said we were gonna do some main ones, and I guess we fucked up because this is 20 and we didn't do Hollow Earth. But we're doing this one just to get one out.
Making
So
promises
go
and
fuck
not
yourself.
keeping them.
You know what? If you know
Yeah.
what? Every 10 episodes, it doesn't have to be a main.
Yeah.
If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, but I want to do the Foresight or whatever, a couple others.
Okay, well,
Denver Airport. Forget Denver Airport.
not
Next.
doing that one. We should have brought.
You know what?
Bikini.
Just look it up. Just
Yeah.
look it up. We'll get to it.
Denver
Look it up.
Airport. One, I mean, there's one thing about it. It was built in 1955, and the plot plan of how it's built looks like a big swastika.
The
No,
new
the
one was
new-
built earlier than that.
Yeah, the new one's new, and it's built like a Nazi symbol.
There's also a Nazi in California somewhere. There's a four-sided complex that looks like a Nazi. Well,
Yeah,
you know what?
I've seen that.
It's a
one.
Nazi symbol, but technically it's like the Egyptians used it, and like the ancient
Well, yeah, like I lived in Thailand. Lots of people, you would at first glance, you would think it's the Nazi symbol, but it's going.
reversed.
It's reversed. It's going the other
It's
way.
like
It's a good-
that's the Buddhist.
Yeah,
or,
it's good
or the
luck or
Hindu symbol
whatever.
or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
and now forever ruined in Western culture because of those fucking Nazis.
Oh.
dude, and they have no idea. They just sell like Hitler flags, like swastika flags.
So it's not really part of their.
No, and they just like sell them.
Heritage,
They're like,
yeah.
we don't know. So I asked some of my kids like when I was teaching, and they'd be like, "We don't know what that is," and I was like, But you know what though?
Trying to introduce them to Hitler.
Yeah, but the thing is, they know about Pol Pot, which was like, the Southeast Asians.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was just so you could argue that he
Like
was
really, we
worse.
don't know shit about their culture, and
Yeah.
they
They don't really give a
the
fuck
same.
about
Yeah.
ours. So
Anyways, what do you got next?
Okay, so they've recorded sounds in space. I'm pretty
I've-
sure it's out near Saturn.
wait, but I thought no one could hear you scream.
Yeah, well, apparently they can. Look it up.
I've heard. I've heard that before, but it's not sound as we know it, like vibrating molecules.
No,
some
it's not
different
like
type
you'd
of
be able to
sound.
hear it with your ear. But I listened to it, the recording of it, and it's pretty eerie sounding. Like it's pretty eerie.
Would it sound like metal scraping? That's what I imagine.
I don't even know how to explain
It's
it.
not
Almost
like it's not really explainable. It wasn't really sound.
Maybe,
it's technically
like-
not really sound.
Yeah.
But it was like frequencies recorded.
Oh, okay.
but like it sounds like
So
almost
it's like when you go in for a hearing test and they're like, boop.
no, it sounds like a constant like humming mixed with whistling. I don't know, man. It
Weird.
is weird.
So what's
Yes.
the scientific impact on that?
I don't
Look
know.
it up.
There's nothing. Look it up.
All right. Oh, how's that third nipple?
She's lactating real,
She's
real
lactating.
bad.
She's hairy and she's lactating.
Hashtag
Oh, he's
fuck you, Chris Knight.
Fuck you, Chris Knight. He's gonna love that.
I was pretty upset when I found out I was getting beat
I
on Twitter
laughed
about that.
really hard by myself in the studio when I read that. But anyways,
I'm Mr. Conspiracy. Who are you? Chris Knight.
he's Chris Knight.
Yeah.
He just fucking told
Look
you.
how,
I guess he
look
pissed me off pretty
Look
good.
how
so
razzed you got.
Hey, he's fucking
made
fuming
my
in
third
here.
nipple lactating. Hairy third nipple. Fuck that.
Expose the truth to the whole world.
You know what?
Okay.
Chris starts with C, and so does conspiracy.
Whoa. We're on to something.
What else you got for us?
Okay, you had a couple. We can talk about lizard people.
No, we're doing a dedicated file.
We've already touched on them. We're doing it.
Well,
we did a case file on them. If you listen,
I don't.
If you listen to the
So,
show,
you guys asked me to just come in with fucking
yeah, it was just
shit prepared. I
you've
come
had-
in and then you're like, no.
Yeah, but you've had
no.
a lot. You've had a lot of good stuff today, and
Yeah.
now that we're getting to the bottom of the list,
We're getting to the pretty close. Actually, the bottom of the list is hashtag Chris Knight at _EQOF circled with a big fuck you pointing at it. That's the bottom of the
really, man,
list.
you're really mad at him.
This was all in the car when
It's-
Braden
it's-
told me.
yeah. Zell, what do you got? What do you got to talk about? You said you had some stuff to talk about.
Well, this is more just for our United States listeners, but it kind of affects the whole world. Is Obama signs the executive order permanently implementing martial law? Not permanently implementing it, but permanently making it available. I think it was something started by the Bush administration, but he just fast tracked it through Congress like he does most of his laws. If you're in the States, you probably know that already. And it pretty much enables him in a time of crisis or in any type of great event, and even in peacetime, he can declare martial law. He can actually technically postpone or cancel the next upcoming election.
Oh,
And like, there's a lot of Obama conspiracies. How like he doesn't want to give up his power, and
yeah.
he
The
keeps,
fucking flat earthers were onto that.
and like, and I've watched the videos and like the shit he said. It doesn't really say he's going to do it.
Yeah,
But these measures he's taking make it plausible.
yeah. That he
It's plausible
arrows are
that
pointing
he
to it.
could be like, oh,
call
thank
off
you.
the election.
He could just be like, he declared martial law because of some event, maybe some event they're planning, the next kind of 9/11 thing.
New
We don't
world
know.
order, man. He's going to step into power here.
Well, they're probably already in power in whatever regards.
Yeah.
But
Maybe they're going to reveal themselves then.
man, it's bonkers. I've been reading into like the monetary system and the central banks and shit.
Oh, it's fucking painful.
It is painful because I don't even want to. It's a whole nother thing, but
We could do a fucking episode on money.
just on money.
Yeah.
The greatest Ponzi scheme.
It's a drag. Huh?
What?
Look it up.
Money.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're
It's a
right.
drag.
Pink Floyd joke? Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, we get it.
We're good. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was all right.
Huh? Huh? Huh.
Anyways, I'm saying I think it happened. I looked into it briefly. It started kind of with the Bush administration, and he just did it. Permanently implementing martial law, or the ability to implement martial law, is what he's done, more or less.
Yeah, that's fucking bonkers.
I mean, that's a little scary. Like, what would happen if he implements that?
Well, like the conspiracy is they have like these Fermat camps, right, or whatever you call them,
Yeah.
and they're being built all over the. You know what? This is actually something I want to ask the listeners, especially in the United States here. If there's one of these camps nearby, because I've heard I've read both sides of the story. Like, oh, there's all these camps, and be like, well, what camps? There's no proof. And then I've seen videos of people filming camps with like fucking 4 layers of 16-foot fence with barbed wire and razor wire facing inwards. Like, why? If it was like I think they say these camps are built in a time of crisis. They're for like the good of humanity, to like house people and like store them. But why do you have barbed wire and razor wire pointing inward to keep people from coming out?
Yeah.
Like built like a prison, right?
You'd almost think if you're going to protect people, you'd want that shit pointing out so nothing's getting in.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the conspiracy, and that's how it started. So if you're anywhere close to one of these, or you've already taken a picture, or you can take a video or a picture, I like to see it because I'm on the fence. Like, I don't know if these things exist. I've seen pictures of stuff that looks like a military prison or like a prison complex, but I don't know if that's just a prison. But they say they're all over the place. They're like abandoned warehouses. They're like on empty airfield plots, and they're all over the country. And the conspiracy is that they are preparing for some disaster or some uprising where they're, well, the conspiracy is trying to disarm the American public from
Yeah.
their amendment, like they can bear arms or whatever. Probably shouldn't in the first place, but that's another topic. But they're saying if they're trying to take away the guns, they're trying to like demilitarize the population in order for some big event, so they can use these Fermat camps to imprison like millions and millions of people at the same time, taking martial law and like can take absolute control over the country for some new world order type of thing, or maybe some approaching of Nibiru is supposed to be in August. We're going to touch on that. We'll see.
Nibiru in August?
Something like. Well, they also said Nibiru like in 2012 and Nibiru in like 98. So it's one of those kind of things. But we're
They just keep taking shots in the dark until it comes, eh?
I've heard multiple things about Nibiru, but
We talked about doing a case file on that.
yeah, we're not gonna.
We'll do that one before August.
Just look it up. Just look
Look
it
it
up.
up.
We're gonna touch on it.
Look up all these things.
Just look up everything we're saying. Just fucking
That's
look
what
it
the show
up.
should be.
Yeah.
I just say a bunch of stuff and look
Yeah,
it up, people. Look it up, people.
Next case file is going to be 3 minutes of the Great Filter Theory. Look it up.
The power 3 minutes.
Look it
Ouija
up.
boards. Look it up. How much time we got? We got time to touch one more thing?
We got time.
Okay, so this is what I brought. I printed this off a couple days ago. You talked about the Fermi paradox
I have talked about it before. I think.
a couple case files ago. Do you want to mention what it is again for Scotty here?
Who? Who the fuck is Scotty?
I don't know, Mr. Conspiracy.
I don't know.
We say Scotty all the time.
Well, way to just give it away, jackass.
You're on the fucking. We say
We-
Braden,
They know.
Ryan, and Scotty.
they know your
aka
brothers.
Mr. Conspiracy.
Well, I've only ever seen Mr. Conspiracy. We've only ever said Mr.
Well,
Conspiracy.
No,
again,
in
if
the
you-
first episode, the very first thing you said was, "I'm Scotty," and I go, "No, you're Mr. Conspiracy."
And I'm pretty sure we go back and erase it. Did
No,
we
we
not?
didn't.
No, we
Oh,
didn't.
well,
It's fucking the whole world's fucking seen
this
it
whole
thousands of
time,
times.
I thought nobody knew my name.
People know
Whenever
our
you come
gamer
on, it's
tags.
always-
I guess they could have just looked
People
it
know
up,
our
but-
gamer tags, our names,
Oh
our
yeah, do
city
you
where
want
we
to give
live.
you want to give your gamer tags so people can add you on Xbox Live?
I don't even play Xbox that much, so
I know. I
haven't since the
I
winter.
haven't
So
played months and months.
if you've been waiting to play with us and I haven't logged in, that's because I don't really play in the summer.
too
So.
bad.
Fermi paradox.
Fermi paradox.
You want to give a rundown what it is for Scotty?
Well, I think Fermi was a scientist, and his paradox was that if there's all this extraterrestrial life or like intelligent life in the universe, where is it? We've been looking and looking and looking, and we haven't technically found anything. There's the UFO phenomenon. Is that extraterrestrials? Is that ancient technology we found and made our own? We don't know, but there's no real proof of intelligent life anywhere. on
Okay,
Earth.
I think I can maybe debunk that. The universe is so vast, so large. You look like you want to say something.
yeah, I'm about to touch on this. So
Oh,
you
you
can keep
fucking
going.
interrupt me the whole time.
No,
so
you keep going.
the universe is so vast. Now, if you're driving from
Look up.
Kelowna,
Look up how fast.
look how vast it is. If you're driving from where we live to Vancouver, would you stop on the side of the road to take a look at a piece of sand that big? No, you wouldn't. You'd fucking drive right past it. Why would a super smart ancient civilization, aliens, why would they stop and come to Earth and be like,
Okay, so by that same theory, if I go and drive on my way home, just get out randomly and go and look at a grain of sand.
how
that's
often
saying-
have you done that? How many
I'm
people
saying-
have done that, though?
But I'm saying then you have.
Yes. But what is it the odds that you're looking at that one grain of sand that has life on it?
Oh, I guess so. Okay. Here's a theory about that. It's called if there's thousands of super advanced civilizations, and math suggests that there has to be, mathematically speaking, so many, something else must be going on. And there's a theory called the Great Filter Theory. And it says that at some point from pre-life to type 3 intelligence, there's a wall that all or nearly all attempts at life hit. There's some stage in that long evolutionary process that is extremely unlikely or impossible for life to get beyond. The stage is known as the Great Filter. So basically, what they're saying is, for us, there's 3 possibilities with this Great Filter. We're very rare, we're the first, or we're fucked. It's a great article.
Or we're fucked.
Or we're fucked.
I like that one.
So, like, one is we're rare, and that means if we're rare, the Great Filter's behind us. So we managed to surpass it. Some point on our evolutionary to get where we are, we hit a mark where barely any life
We
gets
should have
past.
ended or continued, and the
Yeah.
chance to continue was super rare.
Super rare. So some people say that maybe that's life in general. The Great Filter is the beginning, right, of life, right, which makes us extremely rare.
Of advanced life.
Yeah.
Like as intelligent life.
Yeah, so well, you could say any life at all because we
Period.
haven't found any anywhere else. So they're saying that it's that's what they're saying is it could be really incredibly unusual for life to begin at all. So the Great Filter is at the beginning stages when you get life on cellular level, right? Which makes us really rare. We could be some of the first. Now the second one says the second one is we're the first, and if that it's not behind us, if we're the first. Hold on. No, the first one is if we're the first civilized being, that there isn't really a great filter. We haven't hit it yet. Like we don't know when it is, or we
so
have.
you could be civilized and then hit the filter.
Yeah. So like we just haven't hit the next stage. The one that says we're fucked. This is the one that makes you not want to see life on Mars. We're fucked. If the great filter is ahead of us, we're fucked, because chances are we won't make it through. Right? If the great filter, if we haven't already passed it, chances are we won't make it through the great filter. And basically what it says is, hold on, fuck, I lost my notes here. Yeah, so if we find life on Mars, that means, ooh, sorry guys, pulling beers off the table. If we find life on Mars, that basically means that life isn't as rare as we think. So that breaks out the possibility of the great filter being behind us, right? Because if life is in the next planet over, it's not that rare, which is then makes it likely that the great filter is ahead of us, where if we haven't hit it yet, chances are we won't make it through. Like whatever it is, a cataclysmic event, some stage of evolution, we destroy ourselves, but we won't make it past to become
We only get so far.
We can only get
and
so
then
far.
We're reset.
We're reset.
I like that theory a lot, because if you throw all type of extraterrestrial influence on humans and say like that theory of evolution is true, which I don't necessarily agree with, humans get to a point where they evolve so much and they build these fucking pyramids because they know they're about to be wiped out, and that's the fucking wall, and they're reset and reset and reset, and we're just on the stage of, we're probably on like 100 years from being at that stage.
Yeah.
So I've heard that before. Like where you get civilizations, they get so advanced, so far, maybe like 100 years farther than us, where like they're spacefaring, at least in their solar system, and all this stuff, and then something happens and they cannot continue on life, and there's a reset back to the Stone Age again, pretty much.
Yeah, back to like.
So if there is
building blocks,
it makes sense. Like if there's civilized beings out, even in our near galaxy, let's say within like 10 light years, like not that far in a galactic system, right? They become advanced, so advanced that they're just starting to explore the universe, and before they can really find us or we can find them, they are reset, and like just likewise, like bouncing back and forth, and you just never really get past that point.
So, talking about that, if there is intelligent civilizations, it says of why, other reasons why we may have heard them. So throw the great filter out, throw that theory away. Say there are type 2, and type 3 intelligent lives out there. Some of the reasons they say that they could possibly. Oh, this one fucking gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Heebie-jeezies.
Heebie-cheesies. Brought to you by AT&T. Why we haven't heard from them, the one that gives me the heebie-cheesies the most.
Heebie-cheesies?
Heebie-cheesies. So listen to this. We haven't heard from them because there are scary predator civilizations out there, and most intelligent life knows better than to broadcast any outgoing signals or advertise your location.
Haven't we already done that?
That's what we're doing right now. But that's what we're saying. That could be a filter, is that we don't know any better, so we're broadcasting out, and a predatory civilization.
Ooh, who, the reptilians?
Ooh,
maybe they
comes in, wipes us out, right? Like we don't know what.
We've talked about that before too, and I always think to myself, if life is so rare, why go around? If you're that intelligent and that advanced, why go wipe it out?
Yeah.
What does that gain you? I could see you coming here like we're going to do it. We're going to go back to the Anunnaki, them coming here to farm gold, because gold is the certain type of gold is like a superconductor, which loses like zero. If you were to transmit this gold over a wire, power from point A to B, you lose 0% efficiency. So they say like that gold is relative to our brains, like our brains are electrical signals. If you can incorporate, that's why you get extended life and stuff. So I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm talking about.
That sounds pretty weird to me.
So other possibilities, super intelligent life could very well have already visited Earth, but were here long before we were. So they came, it was fucking volcanic dust or something, right? Fucking just being formed, and then they were like, nope, nothing here, peace. check on the list, and they
Checked
left.
it out. Nothing here.
And possibility 2, the galaxy has been colonized, but we just live in some desolate rural area. Like we're just on the
We're in the outer
rim.
Outer rim.
Yeah, we're
on the outer rim.
right? Fucking lawless out here. We used to have
Fucking
purple
lawless.
ketchup. Fucking lawless.
Lawless.
No rules.
Did you ever eat purple ketchup?
Yeah, buddy. 2000,
I never ate it.
1999.
I saw it.
I,
Yeah,
think-
think
I also
you had
had
it at your
blue Pepsi too. So
Ah, fucking. They used to just give that away.
I think
It
a
was
blue
so
Mountain
bad.
Dew, red Mountain Dew.
Possibility 5, there's only one instance of higher intelligent life, a super predator civilization like humans on Earth that is far more advanced than everyone else and keeps it that way by exterminating any intelligent civilization once they get past a certain level. It's a fucking Mass Effect, man. The Reapers,
the Reapers, the
Yeah.
Flood.
the Flood, right? That's a cool one.
the brain spawn from Futurama.
Like they say, like it could be easy as dropping a virus, right? Letting a virus go, and that's all they do to stop a civilization.
It would be that easy.
There's plenty of possibility 6. There's plenty of activity and noise out there, but our technology is too primitive, and we're listening for the wrong things.
Yeah, I
what I
can see
mean?
that one. Yeah.
Like if someone
We
tells
just
you,
don't have the technology to pick up signals that they're sending.
you go outside, and I'm like, hey, listen for clapping. Let me know if you hear clapping. You hear whistling. You're not going to tell me there's clapping, right? So
Yeah, it's fucking weird because I think if humans got so advanced, see, because we use radio waves now, right? We got so advanced. We're way past radio waves. I think if we're looking for intelligent life, we're sending every technology that we know
yeah.
into space.
But-
We're not just choosing our best technology and
Well,
sending it out.
but I'm saying what I think they mean is even our best is just like still like fucking primitive for anything else.
Well, here's the thing then. How do you explain, like, the Roswell, New Mexico crash? There was a fucking
Yeah, we talked about that one.
something crashed. But yeah, but where does it fit into this?
Here, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say that doesn't work because as a civilization, like I have a VHS at my house and I can go get a VHS player and watch it still. Like you can still buy new VHS. Like we never completely get rid of anything. Like, so you know what I mean? Like somewhere something would, be on an old radio or so. I'm saying that possibly for nothing is because of that. Like they're just too advanced. Fucking snobs. Technology snobs. I don't even want to talk to them.
You know that
Nobody likes their neighbors, so
the sheer distance of space as we know it, or as we perceive it, is too great to travel
Yeah.
as we know it right now. So the idea of like interdimensional alien beings, either being humans from a different timeline or something like that, makes more sense to me. But
see that one. If you could make a portal that would connect two timelines and turn them into one, so
Well, it's like-
there'd be two of everyone, I guess, but just a little bit different.
like the anomalies and like super string theory and stuff allow for like different timelines of reality as we know it to happen at the same time and allow you to transport go between both. I don't know. Everyone's read that article of them sending like particles back in time and stuff like that. Have you read about that?
What?
How do you send particles back in time?
I wasn't sure if it was a hoax or not, but there's that article is going on that said like physicists have sent particles back in time using like quantum physics, using like multiple realities at the same time.
I don't even know.
blown away.
That's
I don't
well,
know
it's
what
the
you're
next
talking
it's the next
about.
evolution of physics. Like physics
Yeah.
that we know it, they have like the laws of physics. Like every action has a greater or an equal or opposite reaction, but they're going past that. Like quantum computers are computing in alternate dimensions, so for like way faster than just on or off, like 1 or 0.
Yeah.
They're playing like 1 or 0, but 1 or 0 on alternate dimensions, like just going like it's insane.
It's hard to even grasp.
It is like for like if you don't like I've read it and I've watched a few videos and that's all I
Guys,
know.
and we just said we were going to fucking crack the Mayday code. We're sitting here like, what? I don't understand.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
We're not going to crack that Mayday code, man. If you guys out there who are listening, take a look at some of these photos and
Motherfucker
articles
crazy.
that are sent in. If you can understand one of these articles, I applaud you because they all look like just mumbo jumbo to me.
The last possibility of what I was saying before, we're completely wrong about our reality.
That is
And then the universe might appear one way and be something else entirely, like a hologram. We're aliens and we're planted, or we're some sort of fertilizer we're all part of a computer simulation.
I've heard of the computer simulation.
We
one.
should do a conspiracy. We should do a
Cool.
case file on the computer.
Like the universe is a
one blows my
hologram, and
mind.
the universe is like a computer simulation. Like
We're just fucking Sims. We're just Sims.
Why do we go to sleep? There is no scientific evidence of why we need sleep other than we get sleepy.
Buddy, I'll give you fucking some scientific evidence right now. I'm fucking tired.
I go to
Exactly.
sleep.
That is the only scientific evidence you will find on why humans need to sleep. It's because we get tired. We get sleepy. Maybe that's just someone logging out of their fucking Sims account, man. I'm done playing today. Tomorrow I'll pick it back up.
At the same time every day.
Fucking bing. Little fucking
Yeah, I've read
green
that. I've read that before. Like we don't know anything about sleep, but at the same time, 99.9% of people sleep regularly every single day. There's a few people who claim to have never slept or sleep like very minimal, and they function perfectly.
That's the people that just fall asleep playing their Sims.
But it's like it's 100% proven if you don't
Leave
sleep.
it on.
If you don't sleep for 3 or 4 days, you go fucking crazy.
Yeah, you
go
clinically
nuts.
insane.
So sleep has to have something to do with like with your brain, like recharging, resetting, maybe not recovering, because your brain technically won't really get tired because it's sending electrical signals, right? It's not like a muscle. Well, it is a muscle, but it's not like moving like a muscle.
Maybe it's just too much to process. That's how it processes time for us. Because
And maybe that's what dreams
if you
are.
think if you think time is linear, then sleep makes sense. But if time isn't linear, sleep is just a pause between, right? Like if everything's condensed into one, like you live your life in a blink of an eye, like it doesn't really matter. Like Tuesday, tomorrow, or whatever day it is, it's our brain just turning off and playing that one by one in order, like a slideshow.
Yeah, the sleep thing is.
that. Oh, you just fucked me up, man.
I just thought about that. It's like a slideshow, right? But our brain's just putting it together. Like we're just processing.
Like sleep. I've also heard that sleep could also be you go to sleep and you're dreaming, but you're technically just an alternate reality. Especially if we're a computer simulation, we're a program, we go to sleep, we're experiencing just the program in a different way.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. Like when you go to sleep, you get that DMT in your brain, like the natural drug that makes you dream, they say, all that shit. So the same thing when you fucking do little mushrooms or you do some other hallucinogens, you change the wiring of your brain for a short time. It's the same thing as when you sleep.
You're cracking the system.
You're cracking the system.
That's fucked, man.
That's fucked.
Well, it goes back to like if you watch the Matrix is such a fucking cool movie, man. For that.
Remember
kind
how dumb it was when it first came out?
the Matrix
Remember,
1 was
nobody liked
never
it.
dumb. Matrix 1 was
It
never dumb.
got really bad reviews.
The
Good.
first one, I remember being like, "Oh, did you go watch The Matrix?" And people being like, "It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen."
it was so
It
fucking
made
good.
no
Even
sense.
back in the day, for me, it was so good.
But when I went and watched it, I was like, "This is awesome."
I was like 12 when the movie
It
came
blew,
out. and
yeah,
it was still
it
awesome.
blew my fucking mind when I was watching it. Like,
I just rewatched the trilogy recently.
First one holds up.
First one is awesome. It's so fucking good. It's so good.
the next couple are
the next couple of 2 and 3, they keep like the premise of the story is alive and it's cool and it makes sense, but the movies just aren't that great.
No.
They're kind of cheesy.
First one's the bomb.
The sci-fi one, like the fucking bots and stuff, they're fighting the squids. The fucking come on,
I don't.
like he's just fucking shooting squids for fucking ever. Like I don't know. They should have kept it like similar to the first one, where like they go in the Matrix and try and
Yeah.
like solve the problem and like realize what it is, not just like the machines just drill down and fucking blast through Zion, whatever.
Yeah, that's what made the first the first one was good because it wasn't set in our world. It was set in the Matrix.
It was such a good like analogy to how we live right now. Like
Yeah.
we're all plugged into the Matrix. We all obey the fucking financial system and the governments, and we
It
just live
do-
our lives. Blah blah
doesn't
blah.
make sense.
It
We
doesn't
just-
really make sense. We just follow it, and then all of a sudden, someone gives you the fucking red or blue pill. You choose the red pill, and all of a sudden, all I'm offering you is the truth.
Yeah, and you're fucking
And then
down
you-
a rabbit hole chasing white rabbits.
You're fucking down the rabbit hole, and it's already happened. You're here to understand why, kind of thing. Like everything's like the predestined stuff. I don't really agree with, but in the Matrix, that's what it is. Like it's already happened. You're just here to understand why. There is no spoon.
I'd love to take one of the
Man,
Red Bull.
pre-destiny stuff's fucking weird too. Like, because there's nothing really to like. You can't ever fucking.
You can't
debunk
disprove
it.
or
No.
approve. There's no.
No.
Because if you believe in destiny, like us, just like you know what, let's start this podcast. That's all predetermined. Like you're
Well, if you
supposed to do
believe
for
that
a
you
reason.
have a destiny, then you believe in predetermination. Like if you're like, this is my destiny to do this, then you believe that you're already on the track.
Every choice you
Doesn't
make
matter.
is set for you, and there's really
Yeah.
nothing you can do. But as a human experience goes, the choices you make are just like they're so compound in nature Like you're like, okay, I like this, but I got to do this and this, and I got to do this and this and this to get there, and I got to do that to get there, and change my way how I do that. Is that like the predestined every single calculation on a single day? You're making like thousands and thousands of calculations in your brain and what you should do.
Pornhub or UJIS?
Pornhub every day, all day long.
I'm a UJIS man.
Are you really?
Oh yeah, it's way
What?
the fucking videos are way better.
How so? No, let's not get into that.
We got anything else for this pod?
Honestly, I'm in a fucking mood. I could just talk for hours. And
I
hours,
could sit and talk about this shit for a while.
No, let's fucking keep talking then.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I do have to pee though.
Should we? Okay. Well, why don't we shut this one down? We'll just come back and keep recording after hours. Because I have to go poo.
So you're saying stop it for a couple
So what-
minutes.
If we're
go
in
do
a
our
Matrix
business.
simulation, you don't have to poo.
No, someone's already planned
I'm
out.
predestined. Predestined.
He's
I
predestined to poo at this very moment, and he's
Yeah.
got to go.
So follow us on Twitter. We're going to record an after hours right now too. We're just going to take a quick break. Follow us on Twitter.
At Truth is out there.
At Truth is out there. Facebook, Alien Theorist Theorizing. Visit our webpage, alientheorist.com. Join our forums.
The forums are picking up slowly, but I get emails every day, people joining. So
That's
That's
cool.
nice. Yeah.
I haven't been on there as much as I wanted to be because I've been so fucking busy building the new studio. But
I'm gonna make a contest. Draw what you think Mr. Conspiracy looks like. Saying, look it up. Potatoes. Look it up.
Give him a fucking potato head because
Give me a
that's what it
potato
looks
head.
like.
Look it up.
but yeah, if you're anywhere in the States, I want to see a picture of these camps, supposed
Yeah.
camps that they're the concentration camps kind of style.
Oh, you know what? I had to poop really bad, but it's passing now. So should we just keep going?
Well, we're
I
gonna
gotta-
we're
I
gonna
gotta
pause. We'll be back. We'll be right back after hours.
Okay.
Baseball fans, BetMGM is giving you the chance to win a prize every day during the baseball season. Step into the batter's box for BetMGM Swing for the Fences free-to-play game. Pick any area of the strike zone and take your best swing. If you get a single, double, triple, or home run, you'll receive a prize. Smash a home run to collect a bonus bet on us. Just log into your BetMGM Sports account to get started. Then visit your promotion section to access the Swing for the Fences free-to-play game. You'll score a prize if you hit a single, double, triple, or home run. There's nothing more exciting than going yard, so swing for the fences with the king of sportsbooks. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only, Iowa only. Existing customer offers subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary depending on market and expire 24 hours from issuance. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.